Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Mr. Cobalt and today we are going to do another problem using molar mass as a conversion factor to convert from one thing to another. So in this case we're going to be using molar mass to convert between grams and moles. That's how you use molar mass. So in the last problem I showed you how to convert from a certain mass of substance, acetylsalicylic acid, to a number of molecules. Here in this problem, we're given a certain number of molecules and they want to know a certain mass. They don't tell us what mass, but we can say, for example, grams. So let's specify that. So a mass in grams. So again, with these problems, you need to figure out where to begin, where to end, and what relationships you can use as a conversion factor. So in this case, we're starting with molecules. And we have to use molar mass at some point. They give us the formula, in this case, water. So what they're asking us to do is determine the mass of a sample of water containing this many molecules, so 3.55 times 10 to the 22nd water molecules. So in this case, there's no question, but they are actually telling us straightforward what they want us to do. So we need to start with the molecules, and we need to get mass in grams of water. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the molecules. So we write down 3.55 times 10 to the 22nd molecules. And we write down the substance, water. So molecules of water. And we're going to put that over 1. Okay, so, and we're going to need to multiply by a conversion factor, so let's get that started. Now, we have molecules, we need to get going. If we're going to convert to mass, then we're going to need to use molar mass, which is 1 mole is equal to whatever the number of grams that is equal to, right? So we have moles to grams. So we need moles. If we don't have moles, we can't use molar mass to convert from moles to grams, which is what they want. But we have molecules. How are we going to get to moles for molecules? Well, if you remember, we have a relationship with regard to the mole and Avogadro's number. So remember, so 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd particles, right? So, but the particles that we're dealing with is part of molecules of water. So in this case, it's going to be 1 mole of water is equal to this many molecules of water. So now that we have that relationship, we can use that relationship to form our conversion factor. So since we have molecules on the top here, we want molecules on the bottom. So we're going to put molecules on the bottom, this many molecules. So we're going to write 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of water. And then on top, we're going to put 1 mole of water, 1 mole of H2O. So now the molecules of H2O cancel out, and now we have moles on top. So we're not done because they want mass in grams. So we have moles, so we're not done. We need another conversion factor. We don't stop converting until we have the unit and the substance we want on top. So we have moles. How are we going to convert from moles to grams? This is where we use our molar mass. So you need to know what the molar mass of water is. So you calculate that. I'm not going to go over the calculation, but this is something that you should know how to do. Okay, so you calculate the molar mass and you come out to something like, it's going to be 18.016 grams per mole of water, which is the same thing as saying for every 18.016 grams of water, that's going to be equal to 1 mole of water. So I have my equality. Now I can write my conversion factor. So here, since I have moles on the top, I'm going to put moles on the bottom. So 1 mole of water goes on the bottom. 1 mole of water. And the grams goes on top, though 18.016 grams of water goes on top. So moles of water are going to cancel out. I'm left with grams of water. That's what they want. I am now done with my conversion factors. No more conversion factors. So now I can calculate. So I'm going to calculate by multiplying across the top and dividing by what's on the bottom, ignoring the ones. So I have 3.55 times 10 to the 22nd multiplied by 18.016 divided by 6.022 to the 23rd times 10 to the 23rd equals, and I get, for the number of grams, I get 1.06205. So I'm going to write that down here. 1.06205. 6205 grams of water. The calculator gives me more, but I'm not going to write down everything. So once I get the answer, again, I have to think about significant figures, sig figs. Okay, so I'm not allowed all of this. So I have to go back to the numbers that I multiplied and divide. I got to get rid of anything that's exact and look at whatever a measure is. So do I have anything exact? So my molar mass, that is a measure, not exact. My 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. That is going to be more of a measure. The reason is because we can cut this off. This measure, I can have less decimal points, less decimal places, more decimal places. So this is not an exact number. And then this is a measure. So they're all measures. So I gotta count the number of sig figs for them all. We're ignoring the ones. We don't care about ones. All right. So this has 5 sig figs. This has 4. And this has 3. So the lowest number is 3. So I'm only allowed 3. So I have to count 1, 2, 3. I cut off there. That's a 2. So I keep the 6, a 6. So that's going to be 1.06 grams of water. So that is the answer to this question. So I hope that was helpful. Notice that we had to do 2 conversions, but I did have to use the molar mass as a conversion to convert from moles to grams. But in order to get to moles, we had to use the Avogadro's number. 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. So a lot of these are going to require you to convert from particles to moles or moles to particles. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Thanks for joining me. If you like this video, like it, share it with your friends, hit the notification bell. Also, write a comment in the comment section to let me know what you think about the video or if there's anything else you want me to cover. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. And thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.